ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the RWL Wrestling Spectacular from the Spectrum in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Don Hickson here along with Myron Schimmelman, and we've got a terrific second half lined up, Myron. Like you should tell me, I only booked the thing, but go ahead. Indeed, in our main event this evening, the Women's International Championship will be contested as 6 of the top ladies compete in an elimination battle to determine the new Women's International Champion, the title recently vacated by Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote. And what a lineup of 6, Don. Taylor Holly Combs, Dione the Titaness, Titania Tatiana, Pam Parsons, Crystal Gabor, and Angie Angel Guns. Forget it. This is going to be one of the best matches all night, and when it's over, we're going to have a brand new Women's International Champion. Right you are. Meantime, a mixed tag team attraction with Brandy Knox and Commander Aziz joining forces against the Women's World Champion Dynamite Jeannie Parker and Mr. Ringside Eddie Guns, Guns and Dynamite.
The following mixed gender tag team match, set for one fall, with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Pawtucket, Rhode Island, obnoxious Brandy Knox and her partner, Commander Aziz.
Eddie Guns always calling him Commander Disease. I don't know why, it just breaks me up. Commander Aziz, obviously currying the favor of Brandy Knox, now in her solo career with the Bell Council, banished forever from RWL. I suppose he could do worse. And Brandy Knox and Commander Aziz will be facing Dynamite Jeannie Parker, the Women's World Champion, and former television tag team champion Mr. Ringside Eddie Guns in this mixed gender tag team matchup. And it's going to be we don't see too many of these too often, do we, Myron? We sure don't. I don't know why, it is what it is.
Their opponents, from Richmond, Virginia, the RWL Women's World Champion, Dynamite Jeannie Parker, and her partner, from the Bronx, New York, Mr. Ringside, Eddie Guns, Guns and Dynamite.
The explosive and appropriately named pairing of Guns and Dynamite, the sexy soul sister of the Squared Circle, Dynamite Jeannie Parker, the Women's World Champion, and Mr. Ringside Eddie Guns, king of the Guns family dynasty. And these two have been an item for about 6 or 7 years, and wherever you see one, you're bound to see the other, especially when it comes to a mixed gender tag team matchup. This matchup is all Jeannie Parker's idea, let me tell you. She's still got a thing with Brandy Knox over the Bell Council and how they tried to ruin her name when she came back like 7 years ago. It's not over between them. Bell Council broken up or not, she don't give a damn. She's determined to get a piece of Brandy Knox any way she can get it. And she heard that Commander Aziz had partnered up, so she says to Eddie Guns, come on, honey, let's go take care of business. And so here we are. This is going to be a fantastic matchup, Don. Myron, with the level of talent in that ring, it couldn't be anything else. What a mixed gender tag match we've got here. Ladies first, starting us off, Brandy Knox and the Women's World Champion, Dynamite Jeannie Parker. Starting things off here as referee Tom Kanamura sounds the bell. Brandy, with a hard right, spins Jeannie around. Jeannie counters with an elbow. Misses with that move. Shoves Brandy Knox away. Brandy delivers a kick and perhaps a cheap shot from Commander Aziz. Rebounds off the ropes with a flying fist. And now Jeannie Parker on the mat. Brandy misses with the knee. Jeannie Parker catches a kick to the midsection from Brandy Knox. Jeannie delivers a shot. Whoa! An arm drag. And Brandy Knox rather bravely stepping out and allowing the gentlemen to take their turn as Commander Aziz and Eddie Guns go at it. Commander Aziz immediately putting Mr. Ringside down on the canvas and starting out very aggressively, raining hard right hands on the head of Mr. Ringside. Delivers a stomp to the head for good measure. Turns him over and once more fists to the face of Eddie Guns. Commander Aziz beginning this one really aggressively. Oh, he's got him by the throat. Oh, wait a minute. Eddie Guns says, oh, no, you don't. Into a Luthez press and hard right hands to the side of the head of Commander Aziz as Jeannie Parker resumes her tag position in the corner. Kick to the midsection. Here we go. Mr. Ringside setting it up. There's the flatliner. And that should do it for Commander Aziz right there. But Brandy Knox quickly, very quickly breaking up the pin here. Mr. Ringside steps out. In comes Jeannie Dynamite and Brandy Knox as Commander Aziz takes himself out. Knee to the head of Jeannie Parker from Brandy. Brandy Knox has her with a surfboard, delivering stomps to the back of the Women's World Champion Dynamite Jeannie Parker. Jeannie Parker swings and misses, catches a drop kick from Brandy. Brandy shoved away. Jeannie Parker catches a kick to the midsection, another rebound off the ropes, and another flying fist that takes Jeannie Parker down to the mat. Jeannie with a hard right, Brandy with a quick counter, a shot to the gut, and Jeannie Parker whipped to the far corner and a knee to the head. And Brandy Knox coming out very aggressively against Jeannie Parker here, and whoa, a boot to the face of the Women's World Champion. Jeannie Parker rounded up again by Brandy, and Brandy Knox takes Jeannie Parker to the corner. The hatred between these two, absolutely astounding, Myron. They're never gonna go bowling together. You can forget about it. Brandy tags in Commander Aziz. In comes Eddie Guns as the gentlemen take over. They lock up. Aziz with Eddie Guns up over the shoulder, hangs him up off the top rope. Commander Aziz moves in again relentlessly. Mr. Ringside with elbows to the midsection says, thanks, no, don't mind if I don't. Whoa! Misses with the charge. Commander Aziz with a shot to the back of the head. And Eddie Guns up over the shoulders of Commander Aziz, crashing down. Commander Aziz steps out. In comes Brandy and Jeannie Parker. Jeannie dodges the charge. Hard right. Turns Brandy around. Russian leg sweep. And into that modified octopus stretch that Jeannie Parker executes so well. But Brandy Knox quickly and efficiently finding her way out of the submission as Jeannie Parker makes it back to her feet. Jeannie whipped to the ropes. Whoa! Hard elbow stuns Jeannie Parker. Brandy again escorting the Women's World Champion to the ropes. Jeannie Parker counters with an elbow and a right. Kick to the midsection from Brandy Knox. Brandy caught with an arm drag as the Women's World Champ rounds her up. Kick to the midsection. Look at this. Here's the flip. Here's the cover. There's the ref. 1, 2, 3. And Dynamite Jeannie Parker wrapping this one up pretty quickly. Let's go to Ida Holy for the official time.
The time was 4 minutes and 8 seconds. Your winners, Dynamite Jeannie Parker and Eddie Guns.
How about the Women's World Champion Dynamite Jeannie Parker wrapping this one up quick at Brandy Knox's expense as Guns and Dynamite take a little victory lap for themselves in this fantastic mixed gender tag team matchup. Guns and Dynamite prevailing over Brandy Knox and Commander Aziz. Like there was supposed to be any other sort of outcome. Come on, it's apples and oranges. Brandy and Aziz, they ain't got a chance against these guys. They're championship caliber. Perhaps not, but we've still got a lot more action ahead, including Liberty Belle Danielle versus Georgia Washington when we return. Up next on the RWL Wrestling Spectacular, here's one everybody's been waiting for, the controversial Georgia Washington, set to go one-on-one with the new Snarl Women's Champion, Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote. Hey Don, check it out. She's doing the hot swat thing.
The following non-title contest, set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by Kurt Angle from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. She is the Yankee Roads Miss Georgia Washington.
I don't get it. I think Kurt Angle could probably do a whole lot better if he wanted to dress up a pretty girl in an Uncle Sam outfit. I don't know, just Georgia Washington. She just makes me blow high in the kite. I'm not crazy about her. Well, indeed, Liberty Belle Danielle certainly not pleased in the slightest with Georgia Washington, her attitude or her comments about Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Danielle says she's vulgar. I don't know, maybe that's going a bit far. But I can tell you, everybody's proud of Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote and her achievements. And look at this, she didn't even come to the party alone this time.
Her opponent, accompanied by Snarl General Manager Hangman Tex Lynch from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She is an RWL Triple Crown Champion and the Snarl Women's Champion, the Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote.
The Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote in her hometown, bringing down Old Glory to the ringside, accompanied by no less than the Snarl General Manager Hangman Tex Lynch. And they have been inseparable since the blinding attempt last week on Snarl. You know why that is, don't you? That's because they're practically an item, these two together lately. They're always hanging out together, they're always talking, they're always, hey, that's his business. He's a general manager, she's a wrestler. I don't know. That's not my business. I do the booking. Right notwithstanding, Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote, a Triple Crown champion once again, with the new Snarl Women's Championship in tow. Now set to face Georgia Washington in this one-on-one matchup, non-title. The ref sounds the bell. They come center ring, collar and elbow tie-up. Georgia Washington forces Danielle Heathcote into the corner. Referee Walt Rothburn breaking this one up with a clean break. Georgia, with a hard overhand right, whips Danielle to the ropes. Winds up the arm. Danielle counters with a forearm. Danielle Heathcote goes behind. And whoa! Hard takedown. And a shot to the head as Hangman Tex Lynch looks on. Georgia Washington with a wraparound DDT. Planting Danielle Heathcote to the canvas. Follows it up with a stomp to the head. As Kurt Angle looks on as his valet goes to work on Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote in this non-title matchup. Again, Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote walking around with 3 championships to her name, and that's got to feel pretty good. But you know what, though, Don? She deserves it. She's a good kid. She's very bright. She's very talented, very polite, real sweet kid. The only thing is she's got a little bit of an ego. But, hey, that comes with the territory. You're walking around with 3 championships, you got a right to have an ego. Danielle Heathcote rounds up Georgia Washington. Collar and elbow tie-up, they tussle. Georgia shoves her back. Up over the shoulders goes Danielle. Flapjack face first to the canvas as Georgia Washington resumes her attack. Whoa, what a shot right there. Danielle quickly back to her feet. Hard shot to the back of the head. And she's got Georgia Washington by the hair. Georgia prying her way loose from the grasp of Liberty Belle Danielle. A chop to the chest. Danielle in the corner. Danielle counters out of the corner. Georgia Washington also counters out of the corner. A clothesline takes Danielle down to the mat. Georgia Washington with another hard shot. Danielle finding her way to the outside here. Hangman Tex Lynch rallying her on. Danielle. Whoa, what a forearm. Did you see that? Slams Georgia Washington's head down to the mat. Danielle goes for the cover. One, no, not even a one. Georgia Washington springing back to her feet here, and she looks mad. Danielle with a forearm. Georgia counters with a knee. Georgia Washington countered by Liberty Belle Danielle. Danielle whips Georgia to the ropes. Hurricane Rana, woo, and look at the kip up on Georgia Washington. What an agile woman. Danielle with a clothesline takes her down. Georgia Washington counters. Another elbow that takes Danielle down to the mat. Georgia Washington gathering her up again. Up over the shoulders. Danielle Heathcote flapjack to the canvas one more time. And Georgia Washington beginning to press the attack. Whoa, Danielle Heathcote with a very quick counter. Very timely. Georgia Washington counters the neck breaker, catches a kick to the midsection. Danielle Heathcote with a spinning neck breaker. And Georgia Washington down on the canvas again. Danielle. Look at this, into a leg lock, but Georgia Washington quickly prying her way loose. Georgia Washington. Danielle Heathcote counters. Snap mare. Again into that same leg lock, and again Georgia Washington finding her way free. Overhand right is countered. A chop is also countered from behind. Danielle with elbows to the face of Georgia Washington. Oh, here we go into a sleeper hold in the corner, too close to the ropes. Referee calling for the break. Danielle drags Georgia Washington, follows with it with a stomp to the head. And Danielle, there we go. An elbow drop and another. And here we go, one more for good luck. An extra one to grow on. Danielle goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3, and whoa! Talk about a quick wrap-up Liberty Bell. Danielle Heathcote wins by pinfall. Let's get the official word from Ida Holly.
The time for minutes and 41 seconds. Your winner, Liberty Bell, Danielle Heathcote.
How about that? Myron didn't even take her 5 minutes. Now, Don, that is why that young lady is a superstar now. Triple Crown champion, terrific win-loss record, as nice as can be. She's gonna go places, don't worry. I'm not worried in the slightest, and neither is Liberty Bell. Danielle, evidently, as far as Georgia Washington is concerned. Danielle Heathcote making decidedly short work of Georgia Washington in this matchup. And fans, we've still got a lot more left, including that 6-woman main event for the Women's International Championship. But we've got tag team action on tap coming up next as soon as we return, so don't go away. Whole lot more coming up when we return. Well, all right, fans, we are back, and it has been a slam-bang card so far, with still quite a bit remaining. Coming up next, we've got tag team action with Team Euro. Sir Reggie Smythe and the Hungarian Hurricane Tibor Balescu in action, but coming up later on in the main event, that 6-woman Women's International title match. Well, you take a look on this lineup. Angie Angel, Dione, THC, Titania Tatiana, Pam Parsons, and Crystal Gabor. How could you go wrong? It's going to be a great match. Indeed, that is going to be a game-changing main event. But up next, tag team competition with the Macho Man Randy Savage and Magnificent Don Morocco joining forces against Sir Reggie Smythe and Tibor Balescu, Team Euro. With that no-good son of a Scott Bell.
The following tag team match is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. First, accompanied by Too Short Popeye Scott Bell at a combined weight of 510 pounds. From Sunset Beach, Hawaii, Magnificent Don Morocco. And from Sarasota, Florida, the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Now, Scott Bell, that is the biggest schmuck that I hate most of all. More than anything else in the world, even more than the damn sectarians, I cannot stand Too Short Popeye Scott Bell. He's a boil on the ass of humanity, Don. Absolutely a boil on the ass of humanity. Randy Savage and Don Morocco, prime for action here against Team Euro.
Their opponents at a combined weight of 488 pounds. From Sussex, England, the RWL Light Heavyweight Champion, Sir Reggie Smythe, and from Budapest, Hungary, the Hungarian Hurricane, Tibor Balescu, Team Euro.
And so it is to be Don Morocco and Sir Reggie Smythe, the battling Britons, starting us off here. Referee Tom Canamoro sounds the bell. And here we go. Oh, look at this. Sir Reggie Smythe starting things off with a bang. A military press into his knees. 1, 2. Whoa, that could have been the end right there had not been for Don Muraco getting that shoulder up in the nick of time. Reggie misses with the knee. Don Muraco just a little bit too quick on the draw. Misses with the clothesline. Sir Reggie with a knee to the face of Don Muraco. Magnificent Don Muraco and Randy Savage joining forces for the first time here. Tibor Balescu comes in on the tag, the Hungarian Hurricane. Up over the shoulders of Don Muraco, put down and into a bow and arrow stretch. Don Muraco moves in on the Hungarian Hurricane. And the little powerhouse forcing his way free with elbows. Blocked by Don Muraco. Don Muraco setting him up. There's the pile driver. Oh man, look at this Balescu. Just trying to get to his feet right after Muraco nailed him with that pile driver. A suplex from Don Muraco. Tibor Balescu counters quickly back to his feet. The Hungarian Hurricane moving in on magnificent Don Muraco. Look at this military press. Boom. Amazing. Here's the, oh, look at this. Scott Bell ruining the count attempt. Balescu off the ropes and a splash to Don Muraco. Scott Bell, as usual, up to his chicanery. Oh, clothesline from Don Muraco. And in comes Macho Man Randy Savage, who has been particularly salty since losing the Southwest Division Championship. Balescu whipped into the ropes. Here comes Randy Savage, who drives a knee into the face of the Hungarian Hurricane and into a blatant choke. Referee Tom Kanemaru trying to break him off. Randy Savage, no respecter of the rule book whatsoever, drives a knee into the head of Tibor Balescu. Randy Savage quickly makes his way to the top rope. And here we go. He's ready to lay the elbow. Boom, there it is. Randy Savage covers 1, 2. Balescu just about finds his way out. Sir Reggie shown the outside by Don Muraco as Randy Savage resumes his attack on the Hungarian Hurricane, Tibor Balescu. Balescu with a knee to the midsection and a powerful one-arm slam. Hungarian Hurricane covers 1, 2. And Sir Reggie Smythe just caught a suplex on the outside from Don Muraco as Balescu stalks Randy Savage here all the way up. Oh, look at this, a sunset flip from Randy Savage. 1, 2, and no. Balescu finding his way out, and Don Muraco finds his way in on the tag. Tibor Balescu catches a shot from Don Muraco. Muraco has Balescu up, going for the pile driver again, but look at this. Whoa! Turns it around on Muraco, delivers the pile driver instead. How about Tibor Balescu? Here comes Sir Reggie Smythe on the tag. Reggie misses with the clothesline. Muraco connects. Kick to the midsection. Muraco locks Sir Reggie. Sir Reggie Smythe catches a suplex from the magnificent Don Muraco. Here comes Macho Man Randy Savage again. Sir Reggie has Savage up over the shoulders. Hangs him off the top rope. Sir Reggie Smythe, the Battling Briton, into an abdominal stretch on the Macho Man. He'll never get him to tap that way, but he can deliver a lot of punishment. Don Muraco making his way towards Tibor Balescu. The referee counting Don Muraco as Randy Savage continues to try and mess with Sir Reggie Smythe. Sir Reggie Smythe with a kick to the midsection. And Randy Savage certainly trying to mess with Reggie Smythe here. Has him up. Reggie with a quick counter. Randy Savage quickly counters equally fast. And here we go. Randy Savage rounds up Sir Reggie. A quick jab and a hip toss from Sir Reggie Smythe. The referee continues to count as Randy Savage is rolled back into the ring. Tags in Don Muraco. Here comes Sir Reggie. Look at this, Reggie. Look, Don Morocco quickly countering out of that one. Avoiding the military press drop. Morocco, one more time going for the pile driver. And look at this, Sir Reggie. One more. Whoa, how about Team Euro here tonight? Morocco catching the pile driver twice. Sir Reggie stalking him. Here he go all the way up. Morocco again countering the military press drop. Goes behind. Sir Reggie Smythe delivers an elbow. They lock up, kick to the midsection. Sir Reggie Smythe escorting Don Morocco to the Team Euro corner, head first into the turnbuckle. Here comes Tibor Belescu on the tag. Hard shot to the midsection from the Hungarian Hurricane. He's got Morocco way in the middle of the air, slams him down, but good. Goes for the cover, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Team Euro by pinfall.
The time for minutes and 48 seconds. Your winners, Tibor Belescu and Sir Reggie Smythe, Team Euro.
Team Euro. Sir Reggie Smythe of the Hungarian Hurricane absolutely cleaning house against Macho Man and Don Morocco. And they put in a virtuoso performance against the Macho Man and the Magnificent One. And I know Scott Bell is absolutely grinding his teeth at this humiliating loss by Don Morocco and Randy Savage at the hands of Team Euro.
They ought to be ashamed. It's embarrassing. It's shameful. I would be embarrassed. It's, shameful.
All right, folks, when we return, our main event, that 6-woman elimination match to determine the new RWL Women's International Champions when we return from the break. So don't go away. We'll be right back with more. Well, time's come for our main event, and what a main event it is. 6 women in an elimination battle to determine the new RWL Women's International Champion. And there you see the field. An impressive field to be sure. And what a lineup.
Our main event is a 6-woman elimination match for the RWL Women's International Championship. First, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, THC, Taylor, Holly, Combs.
Taylor Holly Combs. You break it down, she's a former Women's International Champion, which means she could be the Women's International Champion again.
A very distinct possibility. Taylor Holly Combs is a former Women's International Champion. Lost the title to Titania Tatiana, who is also participating in this evening's main event.
So you can bet things are going to get better, Don.
Taylor Holly Combs, apparently very deep in concentration, wanting to win this match here in her hometown of Philadelphia, PA. Taylor Holly Combs comes to this one with great determination.
Plus, she's like really fast, which is very important when you're in a ring with 5 other people that want to kill you.
Myron, your outlook on the business is certainly a pragmatic and unique one.
Listen, for what I do, you have to be pragmatic.
From West Hollywood, California, the Golden Goddess, Titania Tatiana.
As we mentioned previously, Titania Tatiana, also a former Women's International Champion, and she would love to get reacquainted with that belt.
It don't take a rocket scientist to figure. Her and Dione the Titaness, they're the 2 heavy favorites to win this thing.
Titania, the second largest female athlete in RWL, next to Dione the Titaness herself. And the fact that those 2 will be in this main event makes this one certainly one to watch.
And since her and Dione don't get along, when they do get together, it's gonna be fireworks.
The enmity between Dione the Titaness and Titania Tatiana, obviously very deep, very long running. As we wait for our next opponent to make the scene. And whoa!
From Milan, Italy, Dione the Titaness.
Here she comes. It's Death by Snoo time with Dione the Titaness.
Big bad Dione. 6'5", 265 pounds. the largest female athlete in RWL. The Italian Testarossa, former women's champion, former international champion, former tag team champion. Dione the Titaness has certainly been a championship-level competitor her entire career.
That and she ain't bad looking for a giant. You really can't blame Steve for marrying her. You know he did back in 2022, nice and quiet. Nobody said nothing.
Really?
Oh yeah, you didn't know?
Well, both Steve Groves and Dione the Titaness involved in a long-term relationship.
From Huntington Beach, California, patriotic Pam Parsons.
Well, Pam was the first to rock the red, white, and blue and the stars and stripes and all that nonsense. But she's also extraordinarily talented. Great scientific skills. A high flyer. Pam Parsons can do just about everything. And she'd certainly make a good champion.
That may very well be, Myron, but does Pam Parsons believe it herself enough to win?
Well, if she doesn't, she should take a shower and go home now.
From New York City, Angie Angel Guns.
Could tonight be the end of the quest? An 11-month-long quest for Angie Angel Guns for a singles title. Winner of last year's Ladies Memphis Million, $1 million in a contract briefcase. And 11 months later, with the Memphis Million just a month or so away, Angie Angel Guns still without a singles title and without the Ladies Tag Trio title that Next Gen lost to the Angels of Anarchy.
Right, the punk rock girls. Yeah, don't worry, they're going to be defending those Ladies Tag Trio titles later this month. It's going to be colorful, I promise.
And from Palaca, Florida, Crystal Gubber.
Crystal the Pistol with nearly 20 years in RWL. Another lady who's been a multi-time champion all over the place and has been a former women's international champion and certainly hopes to be one again tonight. But it's a difficult field of five.
You said it. It's a super difficult field of five, especially with the two Amazons in there.
And of course, all 6 ladies will have to deal with the rules themselves. 6 women, elimination rules, a 30-minute time limit, no disqualifications and no countouts. But at the end of the rainbow, the RWL Women's International title.
And if that ain't incentive, what is?
All right, well, here we go. The referee rings the bell. He's going to have his hands full of this one. Dione the Titaness immediately rounding up Taylor Holly Combs, setting her up for a powerbomb. Angie Angel Guns battling it out with Titania Crystal Gabor, going for a cover on Pam Parsons. Neither of the 2 pins successful. Crystal Gabor up on the middle rope, takes a dive and crashes and burns. Angie Angel Guns working the arms of Titania Tatiana. Dione the Titaness gathers up Pam Parsons, slammed her to the mat. Big D with a kick to the midsection and a punch. And here we go. Whoa! Gut wrench suplex to Pam Parsons as Angie goes for a cover. 1, 2. Oh, well, almost. Close, but no cigar, Myron.
Close only counts in horseshoes, Bob.
This one's gonna be chaotic. Taylor Holly Combs drives knees into the back of Crystal Gabor. Dione landed with a DDT from Pam Parsons. And a failed pin attempt on Angie Angel Guns from Titania Tatiana. Titania rounding up Angie. Running power slam. Another failed attempt at a pin on Dione from Pam Parsons. Crystal Gabor laid out on the outside. Taylor Holly Combs from behind. And a Frankensteiner for Pam Parsons as Dione rounds up Taylor Holly Combs. Angie Angel Guns putting the boots to Titania in the corner. And a face wash from Angie Angel Guns. An elbow to the chest for Taylor Holly Combs from Dione. Crystal Gabor goes behind on THC. THC caught between 3 of them, slammed to the ground by Dione the Titaness. Crystal Gabor slams Angie's head into the mat. And a senton off the ropes from Crystal Gabor. Dione Rounds aims Crystal Gabor up and pitches her to the outside. Whoa! Well, this one has spiraled out of control quickly, Myron. Crystal Gabor on the outside, and here comes Big D. No, she changed her mind and went back inside. Crystal Gabor. She's taking a lot of punishment early. It's not good. Indeed it isn't. Crystal Gabor back in the action now. Just taking a shot at anybody that's available to die on the tightness. Taken down, attempted DDT, but it ends in a back body drop for Crystal Gabor. Titania Tatiana working her opponent in the corner. And Crystal Gabor taking an absolute beating from these other 5 opponents. And again, laid out on the floor on the outside, Titania Tatiana slams Pam Parsons with a military press. Angie Angel Guns driving the knees into Dion the Tightness in the corner. Titania Tatiana continues to work on patriotic Pam Parsons. And Angie Angel Guns putting all of her weight into the chest of Dion the Tightness. And this one has been chaotic from the word go. Angie continuing to put punishment on Dion the Tightness. Another failed pin attempt as Crystal Gabor finally comes to her senses. And she has really taken a great deal of abuse. Pam Parsons still taking heaps of punishment from Titania Tatiana on the outside. No countouts, no DQ, anything goes here. Crystal Gabor whips Angie into Dion. Taylor Holly comes out of no place, drives knees into the back of Dion the Tightness. Angie Angel Guns with a short arm clothesline on Crystal Gabor. And now Pam Parsons taking out some retribution on Titania Tatiana on the outside. Dion slammed to the canvas by Taylor Holly Combs. And Taylor has sure been determined. Knees into the back of Crystal Gabor from Angie Angel Guns. A moonsault on Titania Tatiana from Pam Parsons on the outside. Knees right into the chest of Dion from THC. Crystal Gabor again laid out on the outside. And it is taking her quite a bit of time to get back to her feet. Pam Parsons working on Titania Tatiana, has her up against the barricades in the outer corner. Dion the Tightness laid out on the outside. Angie Angel Guns duking it out with Taylor Holly Combs. A beautiful moonsault from THC. Rounds up Angie. A kick, a chop, another kick, and an enziguri that took her down hard. Crystal Gabor only now starting to get back to her feet. Dion the Tightness, ditto, laid out on the outside. And Titania Tatiana and Pam Parsons have been involved in their own personal battle on the outside. Taylor Holly Combs rebounds, handstand, whoa! A senton right on the back of Angie Angel Guns. Cover, 1, 2, no! Angie Angel Guns powering out of the pin. Crystal Gabor slowly getting back to her feet. A kick from Taylor Holly Combs on Angie. Pam Parsons finally rolled back into the ring by Titania Tatiana. Dion the Tightness slowly getting back to her feet as well. Titania blocked and countered with a jawbreaker from Pam Parsons. Titania winds up on the outside. Pam Parsons starts to go to work on Angie Angel Guns. A wicked kick that takes Pam Parsons down. Cover, 1, 2, and no. Pam Parsons escapes the pin. Dion with a back body drop on Crystal Gabor. And Crystal has really taken the lion's share of the punishment in this 6-woman elimination match. It's like that sometimes. Sometimes you're just unlucky. And Crystal's been unlucky. She spent a lot of time laying out there counting the ring lights. Dion the Tightness delivers a kick to Taylor Holly Combs. Rounds Taylor back up. Here's a cover, 1, 2. Pam Parsons attempts to pin Angie, but no good. Titania Tatiana looks like she's in outer space on the outside. Angie covers Pam Parsons. 1, 2, 3, and Pam Parsons has been eliminated. She's gone. That's it for patriotic Pam Parsons. Now it's Taylor, Angie, and Titania
On the inside, Crystal Gabor laid out again. Dione the Titaness laid out somewhere in parts unknown as Titania goes for a cover. 1, 2. Oh no, Taylor Holly Combs just about saving the match for herself. Angie Angel Guns caught out there in the corner by Titania. And here we go. Titania locks up with Angie. Pitches her halfway across the ring. Taylor Holly Combs still in this one despite everything. And Crystal Gabor once again laid out on the mat for the protracted period of time. A double team on Angie from Titania and Taylor Holly Combs. Look at this. Quick betrayal from Titania. Samoan drop. Goes for the cover. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. No, again Taylor Holly Combs cheating the inevitable here. And Titania raging about it. On the outside, Crystal Gabor taking her lumps from Dione the Titaness. Pam Parsons has been eliminated, and she looks like she might be hurt. Angie Angel Guns laid out on the outside as Dione continues to pummel Crystal Gabor with hard right hands. Titania Tatiana likewise delivering a brutal beating to Taylor Holly Combs. Has her up over the shoulder, slams her down like a bag of trash. Taylor Holly Combs in big trouble at the hands of Titania. Spinning fist right there, discus punch. And on the outside, Crystal Gabor with an inverted DDT on the outside on Dione the Titaness. Angie Angel Guns continues to be laid out on the outside. This match has been brutal. Titania rounds Taylor up over the shoulder again, and once more slams her down with authority. Titania rounds Angie up once again. Boom, another Taylor Holly Combs, covered. 1, 2, 3. No, Taylor Holly Combs, what is going on with Taylor Holly Combs? She refuses to give up. A wicked kick from Angie. Angie covers Titania. 1, 2, and no. Titania still in the game here. Crystal Gabor working on Dione on the outside. Finally mounting some aggression here. Angie Angel Guns all the way up on the top. Double boot stomp to the midsection of Titania. Titania Tatiana on the receiving end of the punishment now from Angie Angel Guns. Angie's upset. She gets mad, like all the Guns family, the whole Guns family. They got bad tempers, and she's pissed. Indeed, Angie taking out her aggressions on big bad Titania Tatiana. On the outside, Crystal Gabor delivers another DDT to Dione the Titaness and continues working on the arms and legs of the Italian Testarossa. Jawbreaker from Dione, a hard shot to the midsection, blocks Crystal Gabor up, has her up over the shoulder, and slams her down. And likewise for Angie Angel Guns at the hands of Titania. Titania Tatiana with a discus punch takes Angie down. Crystal Gabor whipped into the barricades by Dione the Titaness. Dione working on a badly hurt Crystal Gabor, who's going to be spending some time in medical after this. Running power slam from Dione. Angie whipped to the outside by Titania, and Taylor Holly Combs back in it again, refusing to give up the ship. She's tough. She's tough. She comes from Philly. She's like that West Philly. She's tough. She's from what they call the bedrock. Indeed, Myron, your knowledge of the Philadelphia area astounds me. Angie Angel Guns catches a shot from Taylor Holly Combs. Taylor whips Titania into the far corner. Now it's Angie and Taylor. Angie whipped into the far corner. And woohoo, Taylor Holly Combs catches an elbow from Angie Angel Guns. Titania stuck in the corner over there. A wicked kick from Angie to Taylor. Meanwhile, Crystal Gabor going to town on Dione the Titaness on the outside. Dione the Titaness has certainly been on the receiving end of some punishment here, but she is tough, battling 2 and 3 opponents in handicap matches on a regular basis and winning them. Meanwhile, Angie Angel Guns delivers wicked kicks to Titania Tatiana. Taylor Holly Combs laid out on the outside. Crystal Gabor continuing to hammer Dione the Titaness mercilessly. Angie Angel Guns continues her punishment on Titania Tatiana as Dione the Titaness returns to the ring, slips back out again, almost steps on Taylor Holly Combs. Dione with Crystal up over the shoulder and boom, head first into the apron. Beautiful moonsault from Angie Angel Guns on Titania. Wicked kick to Taylor Holly Combs as Angie goes to recover. 1, 2, 3. No, again Taylor Holly Combs managing to beat the odds here as Dione the Titaness begins to put the boots to Crystal Gabor. And Titania Tatiana biding her time, waiting for an opportunity to strike. And here it is. Whoa! Wheelbarrow DDT from Taylor Holly Combs as Taylor goes for the cover. 1, 2. No. Titania still involved here as Crystal Gabor continues her outside battle with big bad Italian Testarossa Dione the Titaness. Taken down to the mats, Crystal Gabor rounds up Dione. Titania right there to spoil the party. Crystal Gabor with a counter. Angie Angel Guns takes down Taylor Holly Combs inside the ring. Dione returns to the inside. Angie slips outside. Crystal Gabor from behind and whoa! Slams Dione's head to the canvas. Angie Angel Guns pitched halfway towards the barricades on the outside by Titania. And Taylor Holly Combs, who has managed to survive numerous pin attempts, is still in the game. Crystal Gabor with the moonsault goes for the cover. 1, 2, and Dione refusing to surrender here. Angie Angel Guns putting the boots to Titania Tatiana. Crystal Gabor takes Dione down. Taylor Holly Combs still out to lunch. Titania waiting for Angie. Pitches her towards the ring steps. Crystal Gabor catches a knee from Dione. Crystal whipped to the far corner. Dione charges, running clothesline, takes Crystal down as Titania wrenches the arms of Angie Angel Guns. Angie rounded up again. Taylor Holly Combs pitches her into the ring post. Absolutely ruthless. Dione covers Crystal Gabor. 1, 2. Crystal Gabor powering out of the pin in spite of everything. Dione stalking her again. And another powerbomb. Are you kidding me? Crystal Gabor in big trouble here. All the way up and all the way down. Dione goes for the cover one more time. 1, 2. Oh, I don't believe it. Crystal Gabor basically forcing Dione to destroy her here. All the way up into the choke slam. And that's just gotta be... No, Dione still going at it. Crystal Gabor in a heap of trouble here. A third powerbomb from Dione the Titaness as Taylor Holly Combs is slammed to the mats on the outside. Powerbomb from Dione on Crystal. Cover. 1, 2, 3. That is it for Crystal Gabor. She has been destroyed by Dione the Titaness. And now the confrontation everybody's been waiting for. Dione and Titania duking it out in the ring as Taylor Holly Combs and Angie Angel Guns battle on the outside. Beats of the Bodhrán from Dione on Titania. And these are our final 4. With the match halfway done, these are our final 4 contestants for the Women's International title. This match has been insane. Absolutely nuts. Cacophony, crazy. It certainly has been a wild ride of a main event. Dione the Titaness. Oh, drives Titania's head into the ring post. Taylor Holly Combs catching wicked kicks from Angie Angel Guns on the top right of your screen, on the top left of your screen, excuse me. And on the top right, Dione working on Titania on the outside. Angie brings herself back out once more. Whoa! Dragon screw from Taylor Holly Combs. Titania rounds up Dione, delivers a hard series of shots. Dione puts a stop to it, hard shot to the midsection. They lock up again. Dione driven into the apron. Titania Tatiana and Dione the Titaness, natural enemies, like a boa constrictor and a mongoose.
Titania slips back out again. Taylor Holly Combs makes her way back into the ring. Dione rolled back in by Titania. And now back outside goes Taylor Holly Combs against Angie Angel Guns. Angie taking a series of shots and kicks. Counters Taylor Holly Combs, locks her up. And right into the ring steps goes THC. Titania rounds up Dione. Has her up in the fireman's carry position. Samoan drop. This could be the end right here. 1, 2. Dione the Titaness absolutely refusing to give up here. Knees to the back of Angie from Taylor. Cover. 1, 2. No. Angie Angel Guns just about squeaking her way out of that one. Moonsault failed. Knees to the face for Taylor Holly Combs as Dione is slammed down to the canvas by Titania. Angie goes for a cover. 1, 2, 3, and Taylor Holly Combs is gone. We're down to our final 3. Titania with a Samoan drop on Dione. Cover. 1, 2, 3, and I don't believe it. Dione the Titaness eliminated. It is down to Titania Tatiana and Angie Angel Guns. Absolutely unprecedented. I wouldn't have believed it, Don. This is incredible. Angie putting the boots to Titania Tatiana in the corner. Really going to town here. Angie with one more parting shot. Rounds Titania back up. Wicked kick to the face. Kicked her head into the 10th row here. Cover. 1, 2, 3. And that is it. Angie Angel Guns is the new Women's International Champion.
The time was 18 minutes and 50 seconds. Here is your winner and the new RWL Women's International Champion, Angie Angel Guns.
And there will certainly be a huge celebration around the Guns family dinner table this evening as Angie Angel Guns brings home the Women's International title to her dad Eddie and her Uncle Ray. Wow, absolutely unprecedented. You are absolutely right, Myron. This match was one to beat the band.
Hey, listen, I book these things. This is what I do. I'm glad it worked out. I'm glad everyone's happy.
Friends, that is going to do it for this RWL Wrestling Spectacular. We thank you as always for joining us. Please be sure to join us next time for RWL Rage. For everyone here, for Myron and myself, Don Hickson, thank you, good night, and see you next time.